Welcome to Y News, I am Christopher. We all know that because the United States lost its manufacturing status, especially in the chip field, the United States does not even have a basic chip production capacity, because whether it is Apple, Qualcomm, Nvidia, they want to manufacture chips, but also need to give the design drawings to TSMC, and then by TSMC OEM to complete the production and manufacturing. It is because of this the United States realized that has lost the status of the industry, so spend a huge amount of money to invite TSMC. However, what people never expected was that the factory would be a trap, just to trick TSMC into building a factory in the US, but then to get more benefits from TSMC, such as asking TSMC to build a factory and also to build a free kindergarten to help the US improve the US domestic childcare services, especially since the US subsidies are not as much as TSMC's $40 billion investment. 1/10, it is also because of this, which also completely let TSMC heart cold, so TSMC chairman Liu Dayan also began a full-scale counterattack. The global chip foundry industry has faced multiple pressures and challenges in recent years. On the one hand, chip makers worldwide are running production at full capacity, leading to overcapacity in the market. On the other hand, the decrease in shipments in the consumer electronics market has spilled over to foundry giant TSMC. TSMC's revenue has decreased by 14.3% for 2 consecutive months since 2023. This decrease has caused an uproar worldwide. In response to the competition and pressure in the market, TSMC has taken a series of countermeasures. First, TSMC built a new high-end manufacturing plant in the US to get more US chip foundry orders. This is a great way for TSMC to secure more orders and avoid overcapacity, while reducing the possible impact on TSMC due to US policies. In addition, TSMC has the ability to make up for the loss of Huawei orders by adjusting production capacity and order replacement from other manufacturers. In addition, TSMC has also indicated that there is a situation of overcapacity of high-end chips such as 7 nanometers, which needs to be avoided by appropriate adjustments and responses to continue the situation. However, the pressure on TSMC remains high. Apple has cut back on foundry orders for high-end chips, which happen to be one of TSMC's main sources of revenue. In addition, TSMC had to cut 40% of its high-end EUV lithography order volume due to Huawei being added to the list of entities by the US government. In the face of heavy pressure and challenges, TSMC also made a series of key decisions. One of the most important was to build a new high-end manufacturing facility in the United States. In this way, TSMC can more access to the US chip foundry orders, but also be able to get rid of the risk of being affected by US policies in a short period of time. In addition, TSMC's current chairman, Dayan Liu, said that the subsidy terms are unacceptable and TSMC will abandon the subsidy application. This decision reflects TSMC's desire to respond to market challenges through its own strengths and technological advantages, and to avoid over-reliance on generous government funding. TSMC faces inevitable long-term survival challenges in the global chip foundry industry. Maintaining the advantage of manufacturing technology is the core of long-term survival. However, high-end chips are losing market share to other competitors step by step, and TSMC needs continuous innovation and technology upgrades to secure its competitive position in the market. Now, due to the encounter forced to build a factory in the United States, TSMC decided to start fighting back, announced that the new factory in the United States will increase the price of chips produced to cope with the high cost of expenditure. But it should be noted that TSMC in the global chip foundry industry is facing long-term survival challenges both in terms of technology and market challenges, but also involving policy and market environment and other multifaceted factors. Some may argue that almost 70% of TSMC's chip orders are from North America, so TSMC will not give up the US market. Of course, it is not wrong to say so. After all, who would be against the money? But when TSMC hopes to cooperate with the United States, and the new 5 nanometers, 3 nanometers factory in the United States, the results of the United States but the TSMC pit too bad, not only is the delay in subsidizing funds, there is more serious is that the United States even asked TSMC to hand over the core data, which includes the capacity of the wafer size classification and the utilization rate and the expected yield situation, but also includes the sales of products if these data are disclosed to competitors. It will bring a huge blow to TSMC, plus the United States requires TSMC not to establish 28 nanometers fabs in mainland China, that is, TSMC how to tolerate, if their interests are stolen by the United States, who can continue to tolerate. In short, as the global market continues to change and competition intensifies, TSMC needs to continue to innovate and adapt to remain competitive on both the technology and market levels. At the same time, it needs to actively respond to changes in policy and environment and seek new development opportunities in order to survive in the global chip foundry industry in the long run.